Welcome back. In this video, I am going to show you how to use factor trees to find a least common multiple. Today's question comes from this math workbook. You can find a link for it in the description below, and this question is on page 18, problem number 2, if you want to follow along. Let's look at this question together. What is the least common multiple of 2, 4x, 3y, 6xy, and 8y? The least common multiple, or LCM, of two or more values is the smallest multiple that is shared between the given values in a set. To find the LCM for this set of values, I'm going to use factor trees to find the prime factorization for each value in the set. But before I do this, I do want to say that this method of using prime factorizations is not nearly as efficient as using another strategy called the ladder method. You can watch this video next and make your own decision on which method you prefer. But do me a favor though, and leave me a comment letting me know which one you like best. Okay, let's get started. The first value in this set is 2. And since 2 is a prime number, I do not need to factor it any further. So I'm moving on to the next value, 4x. 4 is a composite number, so it gets 2 branches to start off the factor tree. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times x will equal that 4x. And since the 2's are both prime numbers, and I don't know the value of x, I can consider it also a prime factor. The next value in the set is 3y, and its factors are 3 times y, both of which are prime. Moving on to 6xy, the 6 can be factored by 2 times 3, and I bring down the x and y. Since all of the factors are prime, I'm ready to move on to the last value in the set, 8y. I'll start with 2 times 4y. Since the 2 is prime, I'll circle it. Now I'll factor out 4y using 2 times y, all of which are prime. Now that I'm done factoring all the values in the set, I will write their prime factorizations down here below, and my goal is to match up the prime factors of each value vertically. I know that probably sounds very confusing, but here let me show you. So the first value in the set is 2, and I didn't factor this number because, as I said before, 2 is already a prime number, and its only prime factor is 2. The next value is 4x, and its prime factors are 2 times x. Notice here that I vertically lined up the first factor of 2 with the 2 above it, because remember the goal here is to vertically line up the shared prime factors for each value. Moving on to 3y, I can't place the 3 under the 2 because it is not a match with 2. So I need to move it all the way over here like this. And then I'll add the times y. Hopefully this is making a little more sense now. For the next value of 6xy, I'll place the 2 here, the x here, and the 3 and the y underneath the ones above it. And finally, the last value of 8y. 8y has 3 prime factors of 2, so I'll line up the first 2 like this, and the third one needs to go all the way over past the y to the end. The last factor of y will be matched up vertically with these y's right here. So now I have all the common factors lined up vertically, and I will place these vertical columns here like this, making it easier to see. Next, I will take one shared value from each column and multiply them together to find the least common multiple. So the first column here represents a shared factor of 2, which I will multiply to the second column factor of another shared 2, then a shared x, and 3, a y, and finally another 2. The last step is to just multiply these factors together. And 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times x is 4x, 4x times 3 is 12x, 12x times y is 12xy, and 12xy times 2 is 24xy. Looking here at my answer choices, I see 24xy as choice C. Don't forget to watch this next video using the ladder method. I'd love to hear if you think it's easier or not. I hope you feel your math confidence growing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.